Grainger for professional.
Working across teams is tough, but Asana helps you handle it. That's because Asana is where humans and AI coordinate work together. AI can spot roadblocks and assign work in a snap, so everything and everyone stays on track. That's how work gets handled. That's Asana. Visit us at asana.com. That's ASANA.com.
computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
On Etsy, you can find your favorite person a gift as special as they are, like a custom leather camera strap to celebrate your photography-obsessed friend. Shop Etsy for special birthday gifts that say, I get you. Click or tap the banner to shop now.
New Year, same extra value meals at McDonald's. Now get a savory sausage McMuffin with egg, plus hash browns and a small coffee for just $5.
For limited time only. Prices and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Hawaii, Alaska, and California, and for delivery.
There we go. Hello, guys. Hey guys, Dante here, and welcome back to my channel, The Burgle Thought, and welcome back to another Sunday night art stream. Please excuse me, I'm having a bit of a late dinner snack. You know what? Let me switch from iced tea and just chug some water real quick. But yes, we are back, and we are continuing on some comic work. For anyone who might be new to this particular little mini series, I am doing a series of miniature comics. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Meaning, I am doing what they call mini zines, where you take a single piece of paper and you draw all the panels, cover, back cover, and it's cover, back cover, 6 pages, so it's an 8-page comic within a certain pattern. I got the template offline, and then with a cut of the paper and a fold of the paper, you essentially get a folded up 8-page comic. It's been around forever. This thing has been around forever. People used it as hippies to hand out stuff. I'm doing this because I was inspired by a few artists I've met at various conventions who do artwork like this, like really complicated puzzles. And the idea is you can then unfold the comic book. On the back, it's like a miniature poster. You get like a piece of artwork and a comic. And I am doing this comic by the seat of my pants. It is an experiment to force a concept into a simple, condensed story. And I'm loving it because it gives me a chance to take an idea and see it from start to finish and just end it right there. We are doing a comic. Excuse me. I got the hiccups and everything tonight. We are doing a comic called The Micro Menace. So it's called The Micro Menace. It's about a creature that escapes a lab. I want to do an anthology. I want to do a kind of anthology. If I can get the paper, there we go. I kind of want to do an anthology, right? And it's going to be 4 of these comics, give or take, in a this is a printed out prototype in a card holder about yay big. It's a rough, almost the size of a tarot card box. The reason why I don't use an exact size tarot card is because when you fold these up, the edges are a little off. It's so I made one a little bit bigger that I could print out myself. It's a little flip book, and the idea is, in one of these there'll be 4 mini comics, which also means you get 4 pieces of artwork on an 8x11 page, and each of these is a single grouping of stories in a larger anthology. The anthology is called Tales from Lab 37, inspired by my Inktober I started a few years back. A few years back, I did the whole Inktober with the idea of what if we had a bunch of stories from a science lab where everything goes wrong. Lab 37. So this grouping of mini comics is The Micro Menace. So it's an anthology of mini comics as opposed to a single comic. It's weird, I know. As opposed to a single comic for the anthology, I'm doing these mini comics that come in a book that we can open each one and hang them as a poster. I don't know, it's just for fun. It's just a combination of ideas. 4 mini comics in a book, in a booklet, and each booklet is its own stories in Lab 37. So The Micro Menace, let's open up what I got here. Let's open up. Okay, so this was the first book. There's the cover of the first comic, The Micro Menace, #1. Then 2, 3, 4, and 5 are upside down. 6, 7, and then 8 is the back page. So you have the Micro Menace is this monster, and then we have Brooke Beauty, Brooke B. Beauty, the poor lab technician, the lab assistant, the lab intern, who just gets in the middle of all of this. So comic 1 is done. So to say that I did a mini comic that starts with the creature breaking loose, havoc happens, and then Miss Beauty basically escapes more or less with it. Spoilers. It's to have, hey, look, I have a comic done, and it forces all of us to condense the story. So what I do is I lay out the text I simplify it. I figure out, you know, how the text is gonna fit within visual and printing parameters, and then around that I do the artwork. And I've done the text. The only thing I might adjust is the last page. I'm not too sure how to get that last page, so to get the last thing I want to get in there. But we have that. So we're gonna start by drawing. I started drawing some of the pages here so far. We have the ninja assassin who comes bursting through the window. What is that? Is it an advertisement? Sorry, there was like an... So I had some audio in the background that was like overlaying what I was talking, what I was saying. And I think it was an advertisement that popped up. Speaking of which... Anyway, yeah, we're doing the comic. But speaking of which... We have our bingo card, which I need to fill out. If you have ideas of what to put into an art stream bingo card, let me know. In fact, Armando... In fact, someone gave me an idea, so why don't we, real quick, type that idea in, because someone gave me a good idea for what to add to this. This is the copy, right? That's the copy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Underneath is underneath new chat. Okay. So let's call this Oops. No mic. So we're gonna do a Oops, no mic. That's what happens when the mic just cuts out for some reason. You don't know why. And let's do another one. And let's put it over. Boom, over here. It's gonna be called Oops. No camera. So these are when this is when the audio kick. You know, you're talking and there's no audio, or you're doing something and there's no camera. Let me see. New followers. I'm trying to put them in order on my layer. Dirty talk. Right. Yep, right there. So those are the ideas we have so far. There we go. And for the meantime, you know what? No, I'll wait because I wasn't sure what that was. It could have been. I could have had something open. I don't know if it was an advertisement playing, but if an advertisement starts playing over the music, we do have ad starts playing over music. We do have one of those. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 other things to drop in here that will correlate with our bingo card. So we'll leave this open for now. Now, there was something I want to check out real quick. Someone put something up online regarding Clip Studio, a tool that it was like, hey, you should check out this tool. And a bunch of people, including myself, did not know the tool existed. So I'm going to look for this tool real quick. Let me see, color. Now I might not have it because I have the free version, which is slightly older. Apparently, it's like it goes right next to a navigator box, and it's like a second window you can have open as opposed to an actual drawing window. So you have a drawing window that I'm working on right now, then you can open up another window and flip between the two of them. But it's like a window you can have on the side open at all times. That you can just click into if you need to use it for a color palette or something. It's not item bank. It's not that. Time. Or would it be underneath view? Canvas. It's previous canvas. That's not it. Workspace. I'm just looking through it right now. Because if it's just something interesting I saw pop up. No, it's sub tool detail. It was, I think it was sub something. Right? This one has says yes. Blah, blah, blah. There's one that says sub tool detail. That wasn't it. I'll look at it later. It's just an idea of like having a second little box open on the side. It allows me to just not have to have so many windows open. In the meantime, I'm going to switch my audio since I know I could be heard well already. Okay, we don't need all that. And yeah. So, as I drop my pen, we need to draw some shots of Beauty, some shots of the ninja leaping through the window. I know the exact kind of. So we've been kind of semi-cheating on this. I've been doing a little bit of tracing to get like a silhouette of an exact pose I want. In this case, we had original Ninja Turtle comic cover. Raphael was like that. I wanted to get that. So I traced the silhouette and then I alter it and change it to what I really want. What I want here is I have the. There it is. Yeah. This audio track never had ads before. Like, it would have like one ad at the beginning, and then that was it. And now they're jamming ads into it. Lovely. Thank you, YouTube, you useless piece of machinery. And with that being said, bam. We have our first bingo of the night. Ad starts playing over the music. Well, not first bingo, but first notch of the night. Ad starts playing over music. That's annoying. Anyway. Alright. I'm going to look online just to get some action poses. Man jumps through window. Images. Like, I'm kind of imagining that one where like the guy's jumping through a window and he's like kind of cannonballing through it. Because most pictures of a guy jumping through a window is to escape. I want one where the guy's like coming in through the window purposely. Alright, this looks like an idea. I would like it here. I would like it if the guy was jumping like through the window forward. I got some ninja jump. I really got some pictures of people jumping. You know, obviously it's not an actual photograph. It's like a composite. The guy leaping with his arms behind him. Because yeah, when you leap through a window, you leap face first. Of course you do. Why not? So I just saw a picture of what's his name from Groundhog's Day when he's like jumping off of a building. You know what? Let's go with this one. Okay. Copy image. We are on page 2. Let me open up page 2. I have all my pages separated by layers. And this project also helps me learn how to use the word bubbles very nicely. Just adjusting them, tweaking them. As I've gone through, I've been squaring them off more and more. That way they fit a bit better. I'm squaring them in certain ways, so yeah, it works. Okay. He's falling. Do 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 do. Nope. Come on, you jerk. Let's flip him around. See this guy doing. I was really hoping for like a forward one. Oh, there's gotta be one. I gotta find one. Maybe I can find an image of like Captain America. Something to just kind of help me. Let's okay that for now. And let's also get rid of the excess. We don't. There's a lot of stuff that we don't need. There we go. So I'll repeat what I said last time. You may notice all of these grid lines. If it's a grid line on the outside, I most definitely cannot pass that grid line. That is a printing edge. So anything like over here will get cut off in the bleed. I'm fine with that. To kind of, you know, within reason, I did grid lines even on the inside to kind of like even out the spacing. The gray lines are the actual folds in the paper, which I definitely should not pass over. So like I'm kind of close over here with the word bubble. It's right against the edge of the fold, but I think we should be okay with that. Okay, so we got one version of a guy leaping through a window. I put jump. Let's try crash. Man, crashing through a window. Once again, a lot of my people are like falling by accident or jumping, like, you know, to escape. There's a Kool-Aid man crashing through a wall. There's a picture of Ace Ventura. I'm on Google. There's a picture of Ace Ventura. Yeah, what is... Nope, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. At what point did this soundtrack just become completely littered with freaking... Let's see if we could change it. Adjust the audio. Let me see how that sounds on your end. I just changed it to bird noises, but it's a lot of birds, like a lot of like rackety, like. Testing. Let's see how advertisements ruin this noise as well. Like, is that like now to be? Is that something people get forced to do now? Because at one point you used to choose if you want to monetize your video. Now it just feels like they cram advertisements in it anyway. Don't know. Anyway, I was gonna say there was a picture of Ace Ventura, like with his head out the window. God, I'm sure people don't even know who I'm talking about. It's a particular... Alright, you know what? We'll stick with this. We'll go with this and just see how it feels. There is a particular image. The artist who is right now working on, hopefully, with any luck and support, working on their comic, Please, Please, I Don't Want to Be a Magical Girl. She did lots of Pokemon fan comics, which I've talked about before. She has this really, really sweet kind of slice of life series of like Ash's mom and Jessie from Team Rocket like dating. Because I think Ash's mom is like 25. Jessie, I think, is like, 19 or something. Well, she draws her at 19 because it's meant to take place after the Pokemon series. And it's just like their life together. Just like, it is the characters. It is the personality that you expect from Jessie, from Ash being a bit of a weird, bit of a goober. And then Ash's mom, who's just mom, living together. And there's one where Uncle James comes over, and basically Jessie's like, "Oh, do you want James to come over? Come over? I could give him a call." And you expect her to call the cell phone, and all she really does, she's laying back on the sofa with Ash's mom, and she just goes, "Prepare for trouble," and he comes bursting through a window, like on cue, and that's the whole comic. Just that's how you contact him. All right. Anyway. Aside from the mask, our character... That's a too big eraser. Aside from the mask, our character is pretty simple. He's just a man in a bodysuit. So let's do the mask. Let me get the mask. And see if I can figure out exactly what I'm aiming for here. So our mask is one of those like kind of Japanese only mask kind of things. Actually... Let me... perfect. Boom. Okay. Where are you? Is it you? Boop, boop. That's you right there. I want to get a copy of you. You are mine now. Unlock. Come here. Whoop. A whoop. Just want to get some proportions right. Right about. Okay. That's just if I can get proportions right. Alright. I got too many layers. They're organized, but I got too many layers. Okay. Pen tool, please. Thank you. Pen tool. Not really Buddha ears. Yeah, so. So I called it an Oni mask. My friend actually gave me the real name of it. It begins with an H. I forgot the real actual name of it. The official name of it. Okay. We don't need this then. We'll get rid of this. Delete that. Okay. I might change the arms, have them forward. I like, you know, once again, I'm just trying to get like a concept of a pose. So I might change a few things here and there. I wonder. Let me try something real quick. Nope, don't do that. I keep adding a layer. I keep clicking just in the wrong spot, and I keep adding a layer as opposed to unlocking a layer. If I grab this, do a little transform, put it right here. Because his head is forward. Yep, there's an ad, and it's the same ad that I interrupted before. It's freaking iPhone Verizon. It's the same ad. Like, so now does like YouTube just wait an issue? I don't know. It's just sticking ads into it now. That is so freaking annoying. Anyway, back to it. He's leaning forward like this. Nah, that does look weird. I could try and get him to do like. Yeah, knees forward. That's better. I like that. Okay, we'll go with that. Let's deselect that. Let's once again lock that layer. There we go. I wanna know what love is. For some reason I have that song stuck in my head. Anatomy going a little wonky right here. There we go. See, I always do that. I always end up drawing the calf overlapping the thigh, but I think technically the thigh like should overlap the calf. I always end up doing that. That's it really thick. There we go. You get those tree trunk legs. Tiny legs, big feet. Looks a bit weird. Ugh, my anatomy's off today. I mean, it's never perfect, but still. Particle Man. That, I got like weird songs stuck in my head. I don't know what's going on with me today. Particle Man, Particle Man. Let me see. More like that, yeah. So this arm would definitely be a bit more. This bicep will be a little different, but we'll figure that out in a minute. This first. I'm drawing this on a different layer, so I can just move it around when I need to. Okay, so this needs to be adjusted because it should be. There we go. How does daggers look? They were just black. Okay, good. Bargum here. Enter, deselect, erase. Let me get a big erase tool for this. Nope, that's too big. That's better. Maybe I should have one arm out like that. Even though his chest isn't moving that way, just kind of have one arm out. Might be better. Let's get rid of that reference. I don't need reference. Okay, boom. Let's adjust a few things. That's that. Okay, let's combine all these lines. Have different lines and different layers. Let's first things first, let's do a little cleanup. There's some weird erasing marks here I want to get rid of. Erase that, erase that. I want to shrink this in a bit. There we go. Yeah, it should be like that. Okay, we're looking at the fingers from the side. So it is. So here in the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx, we got a good. I want to say 10 inches of snow. I looked outside. I was looking at the cars in front of me, outside my building, and a lot of them were pretty much packed up into like halfway up their tires. So I want to say roughly, we got maybe 10 inches of snow. They were saying we were gonna get 10, and there we go. The snow has slowed down as of right now. Not enough to shut down the city technically. But yeah, and to anyone out there who's somewhere else where they get more snow naturally, maybe up north a little bit of the New York area, I hope you are safe. I hope you are able to dig out your cars. I truthfully wished it kept snowing. That way I could just use an excuse and not go to work tomorrow. I mean, technically I could just call out anyway, but you know, that guy got a tush on him, man. That guy got a tush. Kind of want to just tighten it up a little bit. Do. There we go. And I can move him a little bit. Just better center him. Maybe in the background, but crash! Ah, sorry. Flash! Strange enough for a ninja, I have him in a white outfit. I haven't really done much shading on him. His mask is going to be white no matter what. It's like a bone white. Don't know what I'm going to do in terms of like his actual coloring. We'll figure that out. Right now we're doing the line drawings. Where's my curved tool? Okay. Ugh, I never know how to use this particular tool. Nope, let's not use it. This isn't the curve. This isn't a curve tool. This is the... In Photoshop, they call it the pen tool in Photoshop. This is the Bezier curve. B-E-Z-I-E-R. Bezier? Bazinga? I hate myself for making that joke. Okay, how do I adjust it? Ah, it's on the freaking same layer. Go to heck. You jerk. I thought the tool automatically clicks on a different layer. It doesn't. Screw it, I'll just use the regular curve tool. Thank you very much. Doop. Doop. Let me think. Positioning. And then this one's over here. Is he jumping inward? Yeah, he's jumping into the window. There we go. That's a downward curve. Can I just copy and paste that and be cheap about it? Let's see. Then I'll do some adjustments to it. Such as fixing that. I want to fix this as well. Come up here, fixing that. Yeah, I'm gonna fix that all together. I never know how to do action lines ever. That's just I've always struggle with the idea of action lines. Do I do them a little rugged? Like that? Kind of like ripped paper. And he is crashing through a window. I like that. It's kind of like rough and aggressive. Yeah, why not? It's like, let's make it like he's actually like ripping through. He's ripping through the universe itself. I do like that. I like Cigar to his sword. Yeah, we'll use a different layer for this just in case. Where's my line tools? That's not the right one. Boom, that's the right one. Gonna kind of exaggerate the scale of it. I mean, the tool, this. Oh wait, no. Did that wrong. There's already a bit of exaggeration to his blades anyway. So we do that. And what's it? How many? 1, 2. All right. I want to be a little on point. So that's the 1. That's the 2. That's that. Let me erase this. And just so I don't erase what I want, I'll just use white to look like I'm erasing it. There we go. I'm actually painting white, so I'm not erasing what's here. I'm just covering it up. Sorry, we are losing the tush. I'm gonna get rid of the rib cage lining because it's just a bit too much. It's like too much noise too many little black lines moving back and forth. That's the wrong tool. Here we go. And I believe there's a line going down the blade. Yes, there is. Line going down and curving around the blade. So once again, okay. So, nope. Change color, please. Thank you. Doot. Doot and doot. Doot. And I'm gonna have to shrink that. Well, I zoomed in way too much. I need to shrink down this. I need to shrink that down for sure. Alright. That looks good. Okay. I like it. I like it so far. Let's hit file save real quick. Don't forget to save. Oh, I have a pulled a muscle like over a month ago. And I finally got the workers' comp information I needed. Just haven't made the appointment yet. I do want to put some text. Okay, let's combine our ink layer for now. Okay, let's lock that ink layer and let's lock everything else. The text layer seems good to me. What is this? What is this layer? This layer doesn't exist for no reason. Why are you here? I have a layer that does not need to exist. So let's look at some text that we could like really scratch up. Because there is the layer, there is the text, there's impact. We can mess with that a little bit. It's what we used for the original font of, is this it? Let me see. No, that's not it. But for now, let's do crash. Right. So we're just gonna try a few fonts, and then we can always mess with them to really make them look. Nope, that's more like a clean typing font. Oh, there it is. So that's the one we tend to use a lot for like the micro menace symbol, right? I don't know if that's the one actually. There was another one. No, it's not you. Where are you? The one we used for the micro menace had a bit, it wasn't graffiti. I don't think it was. Oh no, I think it, yeah, hold on. Put an M in that. Is that? Yep, it's that one. Okay. So that's what we use for the actual micro menace logo. But I don't want to keep using that. I'm thinking we could take impact and then break it up. Like this. Let me see. 1 second. So let's go big for a minute. Now I'm thinking, return it. No, come on. There we go. Now, should we counter it to him? Yeah, let's counter it. Now we could put it behind him. Could do something like that. Then we can mess with it. I have ideas. We could go with white text. Yeah. Okay, here's the idea we have. Ready? We make it white for now. Then we go over to the tool, highlight tool, make that black, hit OK. Gives us that. I can also do that. If I take it off of bold, what happens? If it's not bold anymore, how's that look? Yeah, you can see a bit better. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking something like this, and then we just go in there and just mess it up. So, let me first save a copy of it. I don't want to screw this up. Let's put it way down here. Make it invisible. We take this one, the one we want. Don't make that invisible. Okay. Okay. Let's have some fun with this. Barracuda. Now, what I need to do is combine this text layer with another layer and just make it a layer. There's no longer text. It's no longer text. So we're going to chop this up into little pieces. Then we can add like flying debris and stuff all over if we wanted to. Like really go crazy with it. We're going to do to this more or less what we did to the action lines behind it. So, let's go. Pommy thinks I should just trace it. You know what? Let's look at some pen tools. Let's look at some fun pen tools. So we have texture pen. Bring it down to 6. What else we got? Give me some brushes. Give me some good brushes. Nope, no good. Nope, I want to stick with Now we're gonna stick with the pen. Stay with the pen. Okay. I'm gonna try. Load the opacity. Load the opacity. We're gonna keep that font for scale, and we're just gonna trace it with a new pen. A pen that's a bit more aggressive looking. That way we have all the spacing with a bit of a kind of ugly. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Nothing gonna stand. Anyone out there watching, let me know of what playlist do you what playlist do you know or are aware of That's good for streaming. That doesn't get flagged or have freaking music pop up every 5 seconds in it. Because I'm constantly struggling with that. Especially now that the common one I use suddenly just has tons of advertisement playing over it. That's no fun. So some of this is going to be covered up by the ninja himself. That's fine. Let's at least have it on paper. On digital paper. For some reason, my mind is like flipping between different songs. It's one of those things where it's like the songs sound similar enough where they begin to just bleed into each other. And I have, for some reason, I got Barracuda stuck in my head. I wonder if you could use the shape tool with a certain pen tool. Like, can you use the shape tool, like the curves and everything, with a pen tool of your choice, as opposed to just what's essentially G pen, the most like basic pen. Let me see something. Brush style straight ink. Yeah, I don't know if it gives me an option to change that. Nah, okay. Wishful thinking. Alright. Now in the end, I might hate how this looks. I'm just trying something different. We are trying something together. We're doing this together, everyone. You and me and you. Do 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 do. So happy together. Do you remember where you were the first time you the first time you saw the Smash Brothers commercial? Back when like Nintendo and all those video game commercials are trying to be like cool and edgy. I mean, label this inks, that way I know which one it is. Okay. So that. And the question is, since I don't know if I'm going to do the ninja in black, like as in a black outfit. Since I'm not sure how I'm going to do the ninja. I don't know if I want to actually put him in a black outfit or not. Because, the comic is pretty much like heavy black and whites with like cross-hatching, like rough cross-hatching. It's not, I'm not using those styles where you use like dots or whatever in like old classic comic books. So should I just do the Crash in black? And if so, let me copy and save that for a minute. If so, Let's go to the erase real quick. What is going on here? That's our guy. Delete that. Okay. Sorry. Just a wee bit lost for a minute. Okay, so let's erase what he is covering. And see how much of that is legible. That's the question. How much of this is legible behind him? And is it worth it? Kush. I mean, I literally put the word crashing through the window. Also, the action lines. Come on, focus. There we go. The action lines are also in the way. So, let's imagine that happening as well. I think it works. You know what? We'll stick with it. It works. But let's make it fun. Let's we are going to use our pen tool again, the one we've been using, and we're going to do like some like broken chunks of this. Like, let's make it like he is crashing through the crash itself. I mean, that could be our debris. Yeah. He is crashing through the actual crash. And then we'll use the same rough pen tool for like bits of debris all around him. As opposed to try and draw like actual like window debris and stuff. That works. I like that. Wonder what would happen if I had the audio from another stream playing while I was on this stream. Because sometimes, you know, sometimes it's like you want to listen to other people streaming while you stream. I don't know. Silly question. I'm sure Twitch will be like, no. Yeah, I like that. That works very well. And you know what I'm going to do? Let's put... Does that work? Or is that too much? First of all, let me get rid of this because I need to get rid of that. Okay, let's see. If I take that away... I'm just adding a white outline around our boy. But I need to do some corrections if that's the case. I need to draw that there. What else? What else? Is that too much? Yeah, I'm going to leave it off. No. I'm going to leave it. But I do need to fix a few things here. Like, I think I am going to reconnect this point there. Extend this. Now, my only question is, do I... Okay, so, there's our ink layer. We're going to lock him down. There's our crash layer. Do we want to do something within the crash layer? Like, do I want to, like... Kind of like how I did over here, where it's just not cross-hatching, but just, like, the idea of, like, lines. In this case, it was more of, like, a snowy effect. Do I want to add something rough there? Oh, you know what I could do? You know what I could do? I have an idea. Let's take away everything first. This right here. This right here. We are going to also transform it away from being a text layer. So now it's just this. Wand. I'm going to select inside all of this. Now, we're going to go bigger, like that. That's the wrong tool. Wait. No, I want something rougher. Ooh. It's called For Effect Line. What's that about? Okay, For Effect Line does some interesting stuff. Let's just do this. Oh, it like randomizes. It randomizes the width of the lines. Okay, no. I want to add like something not quite cross-hatchy, but just as rough. The issue is the tool we were using, the pen tool we were using at a larger scale, does come off a little weird. Like that. I need something broken up. Oh, there. Let's see. Watercolor's no good. Realistic is no good. Indian ink has some, it's like gouache stuff to it. Not sure how well that'll come out in the end. That is in shades. I'm not too big on that. No, that was thick paint. India ink has this. Is it shaded or is that? It is textured. It is textured. If I go bigger, what happens? Yeah, it's good. You know what? I like that. let's see what we got. We're just gonna go back and forth. Now I feel like Bob Ross, slapping that brush back and forth, slapping that, slap it around, slap it around. Now, copy, paste. There we go. And if I do my, oh, it's a little off center. I gotta fix that. Hold on. A little bigger. Enter, deselect. Oh yeah, it wasn't quite right lined up. That's okay. Nope, not the pen tool. Not the pen tool, the brush tool, please. Thank you. Then we'll also delete certain edges. Okay. Alright. So let's just do a few more here and there within the broken pieces. We'll also go back with the eraser tool, clean the edges. I just want to get like I'm just trying different textures, different looks. And then the ninja sits on top of that, since we're not really coloring the ninja right now. Since we're thinking of leaving the ninja in a white outfit with maybe some cross hatching. Don't know yet. We will see about that. Let's do some cleanup, some random bits here and there. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It needs a bit of work, but I'm liking it. It's not perfect, but we'll get there when we get there. Once again, we'll erase a bunch of stuff for where the ninja is. That A is going to lose a lot of material. That's fine. Clean up this S a little bit. Gotta keep your S clean. Well, one of my earlier, when I was younger, one of the jokes I thought was really funny. When they had the Superman animated series back on WB, like in the first episode where Superman shows up, Lois Lane is being shown a photograph, like one photograph of someone got of him as he's flying through the city. And she goes, "Nice S." And Clark Kent's in the room. He goes, "What?" She goes, "This, the S on his chest. It's very nice." It's it's you know, it's a perfect, like, just adult enough to make you giggle, but like it won't, you know, it makes it past censorship. Okay, let's drop our ninja back in there. And let's erase everything the ninja. One sec. Nope, nope, nope. That was too much. Just what the ninja's overlapping. So we're just messing with tools. This whole thing is a big experiment for me. So I'm trying different pen tools I normally don't use. You know, should the whole thing just be done in a regular G pen? But you know, sometimes you want those textures. You know, like I said, there's that format they use in like Japanese manga and like older like American comic books where they use, rather than cross hatching, it's like the dots. Sometimes it's a literal physical paper that they like peel onto the original paper, especially the guys that do it like truly traditionally by hand. So we're trying different things. We are trying different things here. Okay, let's fix. There's also like micro lines, because you know when you select something and then draw like in the selection, there's always a bunch of micro lines you gotta get rid of too, because it catches the edges when it selects something. Like right there, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Yeah, look at that. I like it. If anything, I could probably... Okay, let me, this. And that. Is this the right layer? Yeah, we are... It's cool. When you take it off, that definitely looks like glass. That's more like a sandstorm thing. I should keep that in mind. That's good for, like, if you're doing, like, a sandstorm. You don't really have the outline of the text. And if you do it just right, it could still be legible. So I'll keep that in mind. I do want to shrink it there. No. You know what? We'll leave it. We'll leave it. It's close to the gray line, but I think we're okay. And then I could probably do some cross hatching on top of that as well. But that's a bit tedious. We'll do that later. Right now I'm just getting everything lined up. Everything's like in the panels. Everything's just right. What else? What else? So we gotta draw. Oh yeah, I forgot. Originally, I was thinking of drawing him as he crashes in. She drops the Micro Menace, but I mean, it's a small detail. It isn't really needed. I could draw it right here. I could draw him on a little piece of on a plate. That way we establish that she's in the shot and he's in the shot. The Micro Menace is right now shrunk down, It shrank, and he's right now shrunken down to a small little, well, maybe a 2-inch big figurine. He shrinks. He petrifies. There's something in my throat. Okay. Oh, this one reminds me. I have a logo. I did a version of this with a black outline around the pencil, specifically for black and white prints. So we'll address that too. Barracuda. I don't know. I still got that song stuck in my head. Do 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 do. Let's see if we could get There we go. Some background noise in the background. File open. Comic number 1. Open. Just want to get our girl in the shot. Not what I meant to do. Come on. Come on. Where are you? There we go. So it's her putting him down. I know the exact pose I'm thinking of. So I want to see if I can find it. Just kind of over the shot of, like, imagine someone putting coffee down on a table. That's kind of the shot I want of her putting him down on the table. If I could just get a nice over the shoulder kind of. Lots of shots of the hand itself. Let me put down woman, because then it would have to have the person in the photograph to do that. Let me see. We have an L shape. So that might work. Just kind of get an angle of what I'm aiming for. Have you seen those memes online where it's like the feminine way of movement, and then it's like a video, it's like the feminine way to move or to propose, you know, to present yourself, and then every artist is drawing like women with battle axes and stuff. I love it. Nope. Come on, Google. Google used to like just give you pages and pages of stuff when you would type it in. Now it's like one page. Because the AI doesn't know what to do with itself. Nope. I'm getting shots of women putting stuff on tables, but you don't see their faces. It's like, it doesn't help me. I'll probably use this, and you know what? I found something. Copy. I think we found something that might help with just like positioning, and then we'll like adjust the head, adjust the positions of which way the face is looking. We'll figure that out. So let us get in here and paste that. And where did you go? Because the canvas is upside down. There you are. Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Don't forget, I'm working on the canvas upside down at the moment, so anything I put in flips around. Let us first do that, and then we're going to do that. And I'm thinking slightly angled, not quite what I was aiming for. Thinking something like this. Something like this. We'll go with something like this, just to give me a pose. There's our word bubble. There's our back. We got plenty of background. Ooh, hold on. This is cheeky, but maybe just have her looking over her shoulder, or she's holding like a pot of water, a boiling pot of water. Let me change that. I'm typing in woman like holding ball to see if she's like any shots of her looking back. Also gotta make sure if I copy and paste that I can use it on stream. So I know it's riveting stuff watching me just speaking Google stuff. I know what I need to do. Duh. I need a woman looking over his shoulder. That's what I need. And we'll go with something like this. Something cutesy. Because this is meant to be a bit of a tongue-in-cheek comic, so... Okay. I think we'll go with this one. It's like, it's the way Jessica Rabbit looks over her shoulder. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's the good stuff. Alright. Why is my navigation window so small? Why are you so tiny? And then behind her, in a slight distance, will be our boy. That's what we're looking for. I'm trying to get something that felt right for, like, because the whole joke is that she's like very, very attractive, and but kind of has like the kind of has bimbo energy, but she's not a bimbo. She's actually like really smart. Good. Let's get some drawing here. Let's get some drawing. So I just want to get. Yeah, I just needed to get the pose more or less. Wrong tool. Click. Thank you. I'm not doing the exact proportions because, once again, this is just to help us get the poles, and then from there we do the rest ourselves. Commercial.
It's like we looked at a hamster wheel and thought, that looks terrible. But
Skip that, thank you. It's a bit more pouty than I expected. Let's change that a little bit. It's a bit too pouty. There we go. Now, a girl has big, big curly hair. Crud. It's on her. If we're looking at her, that's her. My left is her right. So it's her right. The split is on her right side. So that's this side. Okay, so we take that away. That's all I needed. I just needed a good like pose to get the angle right. Need to get those eyebrows in there though. Might have done the hair a bit big on this one. Yeah, bring that down a bit. All right, that seems good. I like that. I like that. I like it. All right, where's my? Doot. Okay, circle. Good. Get away. Combine. Clean up, clean up. Erase, erase, erase. Erase, erase, erase. Alright. Get them eyes looking nice. Why does that look weird to me? That looks weird to me. Okay, we'll figure that out. I'm looking back at the older ones. Trying to show consistency more or less. Alright. And just like in the older pictures, all her pictures, let me combine her eyes, sorry about that. She wears all black. Because it just looks nice. And it will probably get cut off right about here. That's the printing edge. That's fine. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I always lean too much on my pen, and my fingers go a little bit numb. Always happens. I need to do better with that. Come on. So, while we're here, let's talk about entertainment. Because heaven knows I'm not providing too much of it at the moment. What I mean is, I just saw the trailer for the new Puppet Show. I just saw the trailer for the new Muppet Show. I think they learned their mistakes from the last attempt to do a Muppet Show, where they tried to do like the Office version of it, and it had some comedy to it, but it just, for whatever reason, it just didn't do well. Like that was they tried to do the Muppet Show the way they do the way they did like I said, the Office. And I guess it just didn't vibe with people as much. So we'll see. Maybe this will be a little different. It's time to meet the Muppets. It's time to... Hold on. There you go. It's time to meet the Muppets on the Muppet Show tonight. Okay, let's drop some lines in here. Hold on, what's that? No, that's that. You're you. I'm gonna keep you for reference. I might need you later on. You go way down here in the bottom. Okay. Let's go back to our line. Good. Nope, that wasn't what I meant to do. Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show. You know what? We'll leave that. Go back. Deselect. Okay. we go. So this is like a stove top. There's a tabletop, obviously. And then we're gonna put a little guy right here. That looks like a piece of toast. Our poor boy, he's so small, he's so tiny. He's... Doot, 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 doot. He's just that. Look at him. I might just copy and paste this exact picture right here. Nope. Yes. I might just copy and paste him right here. Copy, copy. Lock that layer again. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do a paste. Where did you end up? Where did you end up, buddy? Whoa, that was not what I meant to do. I'm going to have to definitely go in there and clean that up. That is way too small. Like the lines are all iffy looking, but at least I have the shape I want. That is the wrong layer. Huh? Where are you? Where are you? Boom, drawing on the wrong layer. Boom, 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 boom. Second row. Why are you locked? Unlock that. Second row. Nope. Nope. Bam, drawing on the wrong layer. Alright. Yeah, we're definitely not going to do the same detail. Given his scale. I just want to get a silhouette of him. To match what we did in the last page. And just give him a sad face. do. A little bit of black outlines here and there. Take that away. There we go. That's all I need. That's all we needed. This layer, this particular guy right here, we're gonna hold on to him. Okay. Ink layer, ink layer. Nope. We're gonna combine these ink layers. You can also go back in here, and I'm gonna, yeah, that doesn't look good. Let me fix that. Let's do some cross hatching here and there, some black lines, some cross hatching, just to fill up, just to take up some coloring space. Nothing crazy. That looks weird. There we go. Just a little lines here and there, just to kind of give it depth. All right, cool. So I think page 1 is good to go. Page 1, I think page 1, page 2. Something is wrong with page 2 that I didn't realize earlier. We gotta fix it now. It is the fact that this S is, nope, that's, gotta be real careful not to delete what I want to keep. So there we go. There we go. I'm really happy with the line work. I'm not sure how much shade, cross hatching, and marks I want to make for these next few pages, but in the meantime, we really need to. I want to finish up page 3 at least. It's 10 o'clock. I want to finish up page 3. So page 3 is the cold breeze touching the micro minutes, and his eyes open up. Ooh, do I have a nice front shot of that? screw it, we do it live. We are going to just go right ahead and just draw. Draw our boy's face, waking up. Okay, that's the snowflake. I don't want to mess up that snowflake. I do not want to mess up this arrow, because the arrow was a pain. To figure out what I want to do with that arrow took me way too much time. Way too much time. So it's going to go ahead, make a new layer within this. Alright. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Is okay. So let's draw just his face. Just springing open. His eyes just and let's see how that looks. We'll see how that looks. I'm not too sure, but we'll see how it looks. Does have like that kind of bat nose, and he has ridges on his nose. Keep using the wrong tool. Trying to. This freaking mess. Let me zoom in. Always gotta zoom in to fix it. I'm thinking. I'm thinking I just kind of turn him in the. I'm just gonna turn him. And then I can also adjust the shape and size of the arrow. And I'm gonna give him these little what's it called? The alert symbols. Looks like he's smiling. That's not what I wanted. He does not. It should not look like he's smiling. Maybe I should do one of these. There we go. Why did that happen? Oh, duh. So I'm gonna go to my arrow, which was such a pain to do. Gonna unlock that. I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna grab this whole thing right here. We are going to move we are going to rotate slightly. Okay. And then we're going to also do some erasing. Okay, yes to that. Thank you. Can we draw it? Would it look good? Good enough, I hope. Deselect. Shrink that down. Lock that arrow. Go back to here. delete this. And just for the sake of it. Alright, then we're going to do something I like to do. Go do some action line kind of stuff. Watch this. Watch this. That's the wrong color. And then we're going there with another. Don't you just hate it? You use the fill tool and there's always that thin line. I know there's probably some setting to adjust that and fix that and blah blah blah. Can I adjust the arrow? Can I rotate this whole damn thing just a pinch? Cancel. Don't care. Cancel, cancel. And yes, I am slouching in my chair. I'm slowly sinking away from the computer. You know what? I probably could just put a little word bubble in here for fun. Okay, first things first. Let's label this face. And we're going to drop one last bit of text in here. Fine, we'll put the text in there if you want me to. As always, it jumps. Do. Hey, that's not what I'm using. I'm not using that. Why is that text incorrect? It should be Calibri. Thank you very much. You jerk. Alright. Boy. Oop, that came out weird. Boy's awake. Yeah, the reason why I turn blue like this, I'm doing this inside of what you can see as a panel layer, and I'm still learning to use that. As opposed to just drawing a box, I actually use like the tool for it. A little nervous about how close this is, so there we go. Why is his ear so chunky? Why is your ear so chunky? Alright. So first panel, first page, second page, third page, done. Once again, we could go back in there, do some cross hatching, yada yada yada, add some shading. But as far as illustrations are done, the pages are done. What is next on page 4 will probably be him like rearing up like this, indicating that he has returned to his normal size. His semi-normal size. He fluctuates. Once again, he fluctuates between the two sizes. Then you have the ninja assassin being all cocky and whatnot. So Beauty, Miss Beauty, Brooke is like, oh no, M2 is going again. He's, ha! This means nothing. I don't know why I'm doing a really bad Japanese accent. The guy could be French for all I know. I can handle any beast, if you say so. And then pages 5 and 6. Top page is the ninja one side, M2 on the other. And then beneath, after he says come fight me, just beneath that, M2 just crushes him, and that's it. Then I'm trying to figure out how to fit this in. So I want to have a shot here of M2 like looking over his shoulder, like he turns. Brooke tells him to stop, and he does. And then I'm trying to figure out the narration versus the drawing of the realization of this comic. And there's a reason why M2 has yet to rip Brooke apart into little pieces. I'm just trying to figure out how to fit the dialogue, which is a good explanation, plus the actual artwork. So M2 did just what Brooke said. Was it her charm? Was it her good looks? Whatever it was, it would seem M2 was under her control. And then beneath it, I kind of want the narrator to say something, but I also want her to basically explain what is happening. She's like, no, it's obviously this reason. I could have her interrupt the narrator. That would be funny as hell. Just gotta rearrange the dialogue a little bit. Let's we can figure out the dialogue. Then I might call it a night. Call it an early night. yes, there will be spelling errors in this. I am aware. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, delete, delete. What's going on? I know. There you go. Because I'm a goofball. Okay, I know what to put here. I know exactly what to put here. So what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have that be interrupted by other text. Once again, it always defaults to a weird color. I don't know why it's not. You were doing good before, dude. What's going on? There we go. Forget the spelling errors. Let's do a doop. And what we're gonna do let's do that. That way we have a bit more. And we're gonna put this in a word bubble, obviously. That is the wrong bubble. Let's adjust the curve on this one, just a pinch. I do like the fact that you have different brush shapes. I could use different brush shapes and different patterns for this, which is very nice. I could put hearts around it. I can make it look all squiggly if the person's like not feeling well. Let's round it to 50 points. just to see how it looks. Come on, give me that 50. There we go. Something's going on here. There is a letter that doesn't belong. You don't belong here. Boop. There you go. I'm only really rounding it, to be honest, because I need to... Nope. Nope, nope. There we go. Can I narrow this? I want to see if I can narrow this text. Let's try this again. I want to see if I could rearrange this text just slightly to make the gag work more. Yeah, this works better. Okay. Nope, I just need to adjust. Oh, I just want to adjust this. You know what I need to do to make this joke work? I need to adjust how this fits in the screen. I think I just square this off a bit. If I can square this off. Okay. Trying to figure out how to make this work. I want people to be able to read just a bit of the text there. Just trying to move it over like that. Still. Nah, it's just not working. It's just not working. Nope, then don't do that. Don't adjust the text in a weird way. Please don't do that. Right now, just trying to adjust some stuff. You know what? I think nope. You. I think I am gonna have to square this off again. Let's drop that back down to, let's say, 30. Let's say 30% of a curve. Then all of it. Come on, give me all of it. There we go. That's good enough. Alright. Drop this down there. That's no, you need to be above you. Above you, thank you. There we go. Because give me a second. Where am I? There we go. All right. So that ends the dialogue for this. Essentially, this is the setup. We find out that other people are looking for the experiment, so she is not safe. We realize the experiment can wall up anyone's butt. The experiment is also loyal to her, and that's pretty much it for issue 2. So I'll draw a little picture of her being like super excited. I mean, I could be like, I don't want to be lazy and like just reuse the original image of her just giddy over here. But it'll be something like that. Just her super excited. Let me close this one. Don't save. Alright, so file we will be saving. Recap. Zoom, 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 zoom. So we got our first page. A little bit of a pouty face she's doing. A bit of a pouty face, but it's okay. So we got the first page. The ninja crashes in. The ninja threatens her. The cold breeze awakens our creature. Suddenly a shadowy figure comes crashing through the kitchen window, bringing the chill of the night with it. Our assassin thinking he could take on anyone, which would then lead to him essentially being walloped, and then the realization of the last page. And we have to still do an we still gotta finish the back cover in terms of what will the back cover say. Come on, just click. Thank you. Never saw a sentence with but. I don't know. What am I writing here? I want the end to kind of be a mixture of like kind of what's in the book and a continuation of what the ending says. Hosts? What? What? Needs to be more. There we go. Alright, Bookbee Beauty hopes to get a grip on the crazy world she's fallen into. However, there seems to be more at stake. Right about there. There you go. What would she do with the Micro Menace? All right. Back cover. Back cover shrink. There we go. Now with all these comics, even when the comics are done, there's still the idea of what would I draw on the back side. Because once again, these are mini zines that can be folded out, or I could leave them as is. I'm just trying to figure out like what would I print, what drawings would I do on the back side, and how much would I sell these for? I mean, the printing is super easy. The printing is like I could print them myself and fold them myself, and that's it. I wouldn't even need to like. I just need to get some good stock paper. The only real thing is, these are comics with extra artwork, so it's still a pretty good deal. I mean, the average comic book is about like $5 nowadays. I don't know how much I don't know how much they go for nowadays, to be honest. And altogether, this would be like altogether these individual pages would be like a comic book. But I like this. I think we're good. Let's put an end to the music. Oh, thank you very much. So, yeah, I think we are good. Let me do a little flip around and just linger on this for the meantime, because I don't know what thumbnail is going to pop up when it auto selects a thumbnail. But yeah, so this is the second comic of the mini comic series. Ooh. The Micro Menace. Little mini comic series. it's an 8-page comic. It includes the back cover and the front cover. And then, ideally, you would open it up, and there would be a cool poster on the back of it. I'll probably go to a Staples or whatever, and just buy stock paper, some good dense paper. Cause whenever I try to buy like a higher stock paper from Staples, like if I want them to print it, like the paper's never as thick as I want it to be. Like I don't know not the gauge, but just the thickness of the paper. This booklet, which prints on an 8x11, which is good. This will have to be a much thicker paper that I'll then fold and like tape together. These are 2 copies of the first comic. They fit inside. So I feel, once again, we could probably fit 2 more comfortably in a box like this. So 4 pages, 4 comics. The intro, action, suspense, finale, more or less. And like I said, I'm just kind of winging it. I don't know exactly the details of the story. I just kind of know where I want to go and where I want to end. And it has been fun so far. Now, everyone out there in the New York area and beyond, stay safe right now. It is cold. We got storms coming through, and there are many other things happening in the world. We will not be going into that right now in the stream. That's not the place for it. I just want you all to be safe and warm and in your house, hopefully where nothing could get you in the meantime. And I want to say that will be it for tonight's stream. And yeah, I just noticed I'm gonna try something real quick. I'm going to do boo. Okay, just want to make sure it's popping up down there. And that's it. So once again, guys, I am Dante. Like, favorite, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you in the future. Later.